How's it going, something garage family? Just want to do a little walk around on this car today. Tell you a little bit about it. It's one of my favorites to drive around. Bought this, I've had it probably almost 20 years now. Got it when I was a second-year apprentice in the electrical apprenticeship program. So IBEW electrician here. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of how rough this car is, why it's so much fun to drive, and why I don't mind beating on it, and why some Mustang guys don't like it as much, because it is so rough. Now, back in the day, we started to take this car apart, or I did take part of it apart. My dad wanted me to, we were going to redo it, and then one day I decided after 2 years of being apart that I wanted to drive it, so I put it back together. And my dad, of course, was like, well, you're just going to be driving around a piece of crap. I don't know why you want to put it together and drive it. Well, now he loves the car the way it is. I had my wife paint it up for me. I was running nostalgia drags, and I was going to go buy a Pinto. My wife didn't like the whole Pinto idea. So I gave her a picture. And I said, could you make my car look like this? Because everybody was saying I had the perfect nostalgia drag car. So I wanted it to look like a Cobra Jet drag car, which it's a tribute. I don't have the money yet to put a 428 Cobra Jet actually in the car, so it's a small block car. But if you walk over here, my wife did the lettering. She drew it all up and painted it all on here. The only stickers that we have are my Cragar stickers, and I've got the NHRA sticker, and then my buddy put a Ford sticker on the back. But if you look at this car, the people who had it put a lot of Bondo in it, and I had some slicks on it at one time. It was cutting them pretty bad, which it's actually cut these pretty bad. So there was a trip on, that was a trip on the expressway, but I've got that kind of sorted out. But it's pretty rough old car. Come back here. When I got it, it had the GT cap on it. So I don't know if it's a real GT, it's a C-code car. The only problem with this cap is when you take off down the drag strip, sometimes it'll pop open and pour racing fuel out. And it used to be $8.50 a gallon. I don't know what it is now. But we come over on this side of it, you'll see it's got a little cancer here. I've got to replace the quarters on it when I finally do it. Of course, you got some thick Bondo, some pretty good rust holes right here. But I am running 275 6015 Mickey Thompson SS's in the back. That was for the, used to be the No Shine Shitless race. So if we come over here, you'll see inside the car, when I got it, they had put the 69 Mach 1 bucket seats in it. And then I'd actually traded my stock shifter for that Hurst shifter from a buddy of mine. He had it in his Mustang, couldn't figure out how to do it. So I moved it back. It gives it a real good feel. Here, let me sit in here. So if you look, when I sit in the car, the shifter's right here, right next to me, instead of me having to lean up to shift. So it makes it really nice. And one thing I don't know if a lot of people know, but 68, I'm pretty sure is the only year for these door handles. They sit like that until you go to open them, you flip them up. But it's a pretty rough old car, like I said, but it's fun. It allows me to beat on it and have a good time. So, come around here, and I'll show you the engine, which is actually a 302. When I'd got it, they had 73 302 heads. I think the paperwork said they were supposed to have been 289 heads, but they're 73 302 heads that somebody's done a lot of work to. Put the 184, 154 valves in it. Of course, I got the MSD Pro Billet distributor. Original torquer intake, you can see that the carburetor sits crooked on it. It's a 650 Holley double pumper. It's got a 294 Magnum solid lift competition cam in it. And of course the 6AL box. But if you come over here, you can see where they had obviously wrecked it at one time. And instead of fixing this, they just put Bondo in it. And of course my dad comes over with a knife, cuts all this because we were going to replace all this. And then he cut it up here to look at the Bondo up here. And when I put it back together, I just put all that back together. So then my buddy, when I got, he gave me this, or sold me this hood with that hood scoop on it. And he painted it. He didn't have any Wimbledon white. But it was back when I was doing the nostalgia drags. And I just wanted it to look like a real Cobra Jet drag car. And that's why I got the Kragers on the front, the Steelies on the back. It has 31 spline 9-inch out of a 1970 Mach 1. It's got 410 gears in it on a track lock. C4 with 4200 stall converter. And it's a lot of fun. It runs 8 seconds in the 8th mile, which is about, I think, a 1250 in the quarter, which I've never run it in the quarter because we're all 8th mile around here. And I got a set of purple hornies on it. That's why it's so daggone loud. But other than that, that's my 68 Fastback. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.